Natalie, thanks. A judge's decision to give a Fort Worth teen probation for the drunk driving crash that killed 4 people has touched a nerve with a lot of people in the legal community, and it's now even reached the legislature. Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst is asking a Senate committee to examine whether a change in intoxication manslaughter law is needed. Chris Sadeghi took an in-depth look at some local cases and has more now on why prison time, Chris, isn't always automatic.
No, not at all, Robert. The case you just mentioned out of Fort Worth isn't necessarily a unique case. In Travis County, probation for intoxicated manslaughter has happened multiple times. During the 2011 holiday season, Pastor Jackson Boyette and wife Barbara died in a car collision near Oak Hill. Terry Elmore is facing intoxication manslaughter charges from that accident. On Wednesday, prosecutors turned away from a plea deal under pressure from Boyette's church.
We're very glad that it looks like the system is going to work the way it should.
But just 1 month ago, Madeline Rackley did reach a plea deal that required just 10 days in jail and 10 years probation for the drunk driving accident that killed her passenger, and that's hardly the only time.
Every case is different. Every fact pattern, every fact situation is going to be different.
Ruben Flores and David Sherrill both got just 6 months as a part of a 10-year probation for their drunk driving accidents that killed another person. Attorney Mindy Montfort says in such cases, there is usually no intent to kill, and if a driver has no history, probation may be the preferred punishment for the judge, jury, prosecutor, or even family.
It's horrible that somebody lost their life, but does this person need to go to prison? Is that going to do anybody any good? And often, sometimes, the victim's family are the ones who say, we don't think it will.
That's what happened in Rackley's case. The victim's family asked for the lowest amount of time possible, but Elmore won't receive the same request from Boyette's church.
A personal forgiveness is one thing, but the state has been ordained by God to punish wrongdoing.
And there are currently 8 intoxication manslaughter cases pending on the Travis County docket, plus 1 case where a man was sentenced to 9 years probation, and now prosecutors are seeking to revoke that probation. We're in the studio tonight. Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
And under current state law, intoxication manslaughter should come with a punishment of 2 to 20 years in prison. Intoxication assault charges have punishments of 2 to 10 years. And David Dewhurst, who pushed for the change, has a personal connection to drunk driving, which he talks about in a recent campaign ad.
I come from humble beginnings. My dad was killed by a drunk driver when I was 3 years old. My mother had to go to work as a secretary to support my brothers and myself.
Now, Dewhurst faces several Republican challengers in the lieutenant governor primary race. And as we head into the Christmas and New Year holiday season, troopers warn they will be on the road looking for drunk drivers. During last year's stepped-up patrols, Department of Public Safety troopers made more than 1,200 arrests, DUI related. They also issued more than 17,000 speeding tickets.